There's the Sproat River, and there's our place up there. Our property runs, or the west side of it runs along here, and then it starts to cut in up to a convergence point with the highways, Highway 4 land up there. So somewhere between, I think it was the 24th and 30th, somebody dumped a couple toilets. There was a bed frame, but it's gone. But you know, this problem is everywhere. A global pandemic of illegal dumping. You can see here, there's number one, number two. So nobody else is gonna deal with this shit. Guess it's up to me.
So today's the day, the big day that I put in the posts under this main floor beam here. With that job done, move on to the rest of the foundation. Pretty stoked. It's April 1st, so I guess it's been about, I don't know, 30 days or something. How is that? I don't know, 29 days, something, whatever. Sufficient time indeed. Anyways, before I show you what I'm gonna do here, let's see what I did to the chicken coop.
Okay, so I'm in the middle of knocking down this chicken coop, right? And behind the chicken coop, there was this barrel with a whole bunch of garbage in it. I guess they were just using it to burn plastic or trash back in the day. Of course, back in the day could have been like 2 years ago. But anyways, I moved the barrel. Lo and behold, there's more trash underneath. And I realized all underneath here, it's like tarps and trash. I don't know how far it spreads, but the grass is growing on top of the trash. I pulled out a bag of Tostitos, right? Now, I haven't found a date on it yet, but this bag here was under the grass, under the dirt here, right? Now, where do they put the dates on these things? Is it near the top? I don't remember. It's been a long time since I saw a bag of Tostitos. Right. Let's see. God damn it. Let's open this up here. Okay. Well, we know it's at least after 2006, right? So here is a bag. Point being, this could be, say, from 2006. It's been buried down here for, 14, 15 years. It hasn't decayed at all, right? Everybody keeps throwing their trash out the fucking window, off their boats. How many times did I see people throwing off their boats in Hong Kong, right? All the trash is like, people bury their trash all over the world, right? Oh, look, what's over there? There's the Sproat River. So, I guess over time, these things change into like microplastics, eventually go into the river. That just runs, a few kilometers downstream, hits the ocean, goes in the fish. Eventually we catch the fish. Well, if the fish don't die, well, we eat the fish. We then die, right? Because you can't say that the shit we're throwing out, we're burying the shit we're throwing out into the ocean it ain't causing cancer because we rely on the ocean as a food source so much. Just fucking drives me nuts. So let's see what kind of stupid things Chris Tilby did. I thought that this was connected to the workshop, and when we put in the shutoff, the water shutoff, I assumed that there was no water in here. Turns out this is connected, I guess, to some sort of T connection somewhere over there, and then it runs up to the well, directly to the well. So I'm gonna have to cap this back off, and later I'll dig it out to see where it goes and get rid of it. But it's a bummer, so I just lost all my water. Have to restart the pump and everything. Oh, the trials and tribulations of fixing up old properties. Okay, cut that piece off. Let's wipe it off on the pants. Make it nice and clean. I guess t-shirt too. It's good enough. And let's ram it back in there. Oh, don't forget. Where's that gear clamp? There it is. I'm gonna put that on there first. So, gonna have some dirt in the line, I guess, for a bit. It's gonna run a little bit muddy. Get that off. Okay. Come on. Guess this is the fun part. Just trying to get that out of the way. Come on, motherfucker. That looks pretty damn close. Okay. Let's put the gear clamp back on. Oops. Where's the little direction thingy? Oh, piece of crap. Tighten up the gear clamp. Like, oh, you know what? If I remember right, I need to have a little bit of the black showing. There we go. So now let's tighten it up. Okay. I'll go get my pliers, turn on the pump again, and see if we can get our water pressure back without this leaking. So here we are at the workshop brake panel. Not a lot of breakers right now. We've just got a utility light, utility plug, and a pump. So take my glove off and we'll flick our pump back on. Now we'll head to the pump house and try to get it going. Looking inside the ancient pump house, that's the well. This is a pressure tank, and the pump is something like, I think the well is like 350 feet deep. It's a deep one. So I use linesman pliers to flick the switch because someone told me you got to be careful of stray current, and we've got 240 volts running in here. Now this pump is pretty old. Eventually I'm gonna get someone to come in here and take a look at it, because, like, for example, the pressure tank, I've got to hold this. I've got this hold this above the start position until the pressure gets up above maybe 20 psi, and then it takes over automatically. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, but whatever. You gotta do what you gotta do when you're on a budget. Oh, this gets tiring holding it though. I'll let go at 10 and see if it'll take over. Nope, not yet. Let me change hands since this is getting tiring. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 20 psi that it takes over. Definitely need to get someone to come look at this, you know, down the road so we can keep higher pressure. Okay, let's let go. Yeah, okay. So system's taken over. It's going back up. Awesome. Now let's go see if the water is still coming out. Okay, you can see a bit of a leak still here. Let me just tighten that up. Oops. Am I making it tighter? I think so. Come on. Come on. I don't want to be losing pressure. Looks good. And let me make sure the gear clamp's tight. Okay. Emergency averted. Pain in the butt. Oh well. This is after the chicken coop's been taken down and most of the gross, disgusting wood and insulation has been disposed of. I did 2 runs. Actually, in total, I've done 3 runs so far. $130 in total in tipping fees. But now I've tipped over this barrel to start emptying all the trash that was inside it. And I can date the plastic. I found a can, a Coca-Cola can, and on this Coca-Cola can it says Albertaville 92. So I guess that's from the 1992 Winter Olympics that were held in Canada somewhere, I guess in Alberta. But I guess what that means is all this plastic here, more in there. That's what, 30 years old? 30 years old, and it hasn't decomposed. Look at it. So, stop dumping your trash in the bushes, stop dumping your trash in the oceans, stop burning your motherfucking trash. It's disgusting. It all ends up in the wildlife's bellies, and then we eat those animals, and it ends up in us, and then we all die of cancer. Stop polluting our planet, please. On the last day of cleaning up, Tom came out to give me a hand. We decided we'd cut up the rest of the log there and roll it off to the side. Make a nice place to sit down. You can sit by the cliffside, watch the river, or face a building, and I think we'll put a fire pit down in the middle, so we can have some people over when the pandemic allows us to. Be social again, be nice. Haven't really been social since in Hong Kong, I think, like February of 2020. At least that was the last time I stepped inside a pub. Anyways, I think in all it took about it was 16 and a half hours labor for me to take that chicken coop apart and, truck the stuff out to the landfill, and for us to spend a couple hours tidying up down in the back there. But it's done. Still lots left to do, but every day I chip away at it, the dream slowly becomes a reality. And I couldn't have asked for a more beautiful spot than this one. Alrighty, let's get started on this. Start with the right side. Let's measure up. So 19 inches. It's 19 inches on this side. I've got my 3 posts cut. I have the ends treated, although it's not necessary because this isn't, outdoors. It's not going in the ground or anything like that. I just thought, what the heck? I'm gonna do every little extra precaution. So now I've got my jack, actually Tom's jack. It's time to lift this slightly, and then I can put these posts in place. Let's do it. This is number 7 Tap Mun Hoi Pong Street on Tap Mun Island in Hong Kong. And I find myself thinking about it a lot recently. I shot this video just before I took over the lease, I think in 2017. This is the back area where I make my stringers. There's a temple just up there. And a bunch of firecrackers coming off from the temple. Heading back out front. This room here became a bedroom. Don't know why I didn't show the front office, but heading downstairs, what we're looking into is what became the kitchen and the lab for making my godly wax. That there is a wood-fired stove. I bet you never thought you'd see one of those in Hong Kong. Dean keeps saying I should turn into a pizza oven. Then this room became the glassing room. That was a big step up for me because before I was doing everything in the same room. Then the front area on the right became the shop spot, and the left became the shaping bay. Really miss this place. Hope to get back there one day soon, when the pandemic is finally over. Bad boy on here. So it's between the lines that way. And it's between the lines that way, so it looks like this one is nice. And this side, you can see there's a little bit sticking out. But anyways, how are we? Look at that, nice and level. And how are we doing this way? Really good. So the next thing I want to do is I think I need I'll lift it on that side, that one over there, in order to get this one in place. Sorry, are we level? Yes, we are. I find myself thinking a lot about the marine waste pandemic. COVID-19 has forced me to put my plans on hold for my little war on waste. Honestly, I do feel guilty about it, and so I feel like a bit of a letdown. This is Nam Sarwan in Hong Kong back in 2019. See all those white dots up in the tree line there? They ain't rocks. It's all polystyrene marine products washed ashore, and in some parts it's knee deep. Polystyrene buoys, bumpers, floats, boxes, you name it. This is Dean. It's his fault why I hate waste so much. He's the one who got me started. Learned a lot from him. Mr. Dean, mentor, best mate, planet champion. He's the only real local at Airport Right, so make sure you give way to him. Oh, and I got the beam done. Another step towards the dream. But it seems that it doesn't matter which side of the Pacific I'm on, the problem persists. This is just a 5-minute walk from the new Boardworks. And so the battle continues.
Into times of need, it seems slow but goes fast, just like an airplane. When she blows on the waves, constantly subject to change. Far